So was this game more a Fever win or a Lynx loss? If you know what I
Ooh.
mean. I know exactly what you mean, Ghost.
Ooh, we got you. See, sometimes I feel like the answer is obvious. I'm not so sure. I think you can look at it from either angle. I think if I take this was a Fever win, more of a Fever win, it's because of everything that we said, right, for our guarantee, including that you give Clark the peace of mind to really rest and heal properly. Now, on the other side of things, was it more of a Lynx loss? I'm not leaning towards this one because, again, I just feel like it was a game where they didn't have their best stuff. Now, that's not ideal going into a commissioner's cup where there's money on the line, but that happens a lot, like more than they'll get in their playoff and championship bonus. So that, which is, anyway, conversation for that CBA negotiation that's going on, I guess.
We need to circle back on that.
But I think that for me, it's hard to say that it's more of a Lynx loss when it just seemed like this was uncharacteristic. I didn't think that, it was a lack of effort. There were things that they were making mistakes. Sure, everyone does in a game, but it's shots that they normally make not falling, the rim just not being in their favor, too tight, too loose. Who knows? Whoever is on maintenance is going to have a sit down with Cheryl Reeve, I'm sure. But I think for me at least, Alicia, I'm leaning towards it's more of an Indiana Fever win as opposed to a Lynx loss, but I could definitely see arguing both sides.
Yeah, I lean towards a Fever win as well, but I think that it could be a win for the Lynx if it kind of is a wake-up call.
I like that.
Something that is a teaching moment
Yes.
because the Lynx have had obviously a fantastic year. They're at number one in the standings. And Fee has been playing immaculately up until today. And even today, she wasn't shots weren't falling. There was just a lot of things that were happening. But it just shows that, you're not invincible. Everyone is going to be coming for you in order for you
Yep.
to win. You have this chip on your shoulder from last year not winning. Your goal is to win this year. And in order to do that, you're going to have to step it up and not have nights like this. You just cannot
Right.
let this happen going down the stretch, especially. So in that respect, it could be a huge win for
I like
Minnesota
that.
if they learn from the loss.
Whiteboard material. Let's go.